Hello everyone, and I hope you're all doing well. I hope that you're all staying safe and none of you are being affected by what's going on in the world right now in any way more than the rest of us are. I wanted to apologise for not having put out a Simplex video this week. I've been a wee bit busy at home. I've had a project on the go and it has taken from sun up till sundown of every day. Thankfully we've had a really good long stretch of sunny days, but I finally got something done that I've been wanting for 21 years. And you may guess from looking sort of behind me what it might be, but I will flip you around and show it to you. I thought there might be a little bit of interest because I have found that metal detectorists tend to like gardening as well, and I think it may be just something to do with the soil for all of us. But I will get out this weekend and I will get another Knock to Macro Simplex video out to you, answering the questions that you've been asking on the other videos. And if you have any other questions, please let me know and I'll do my best to test them out and see what I can find, and see if there's anything I can help people with. I think the subject of this weekend's video is going to be ground balancing, because I do get a lot of questions about that and I think it would be very useful. But just wanted to say, yeah, again, apologies for not having a video out this week, but I will flip you around and I'll show you why I haven't been metal detecting when the weather's been brilliant. So here we have Laurie's project. It is a 3 meter by 6 meter polytunnel that has taken an awful lot of time to put together and put up, and to put raised beds in. I'll show you around the other side of this raised bed. Those are the things I've been potting up, things that I've had growing in windowsills, wee seedlings coming along, chervils and tarragons and lemongrasses and coleuses and things. But I've put in this raised bed. I'm following the Charles Dowding method of no dig, so there is cardboard underneath there and then compost goes on top, and then you just renew the compost once a year and the plants actually go down through the compost into the soil. The cardboard kills all the weeds and magic, you get much greater rewards for it. So we're going to give it a go. Got another little seed tray here with some peppers coming along in it and a passion flower. I have torn down and rebuilt this wee plant stand. It was a present from my children for Mother's Day about 15 years ago. It was falling apart, so it's been put all back together, and my youngest daughter's even given it a paint job. And we've also built this bed, which it's a bit difficult to see because I've got my card waiting sat here, but you can see we have in the corner there, we sunk a post in, we concreted it in with postcrete, then we strapped the polytunnel base rail. Just get over here so I can move this out of the way so you can see what we've done. So there is a post there that is concreted into the ground, and then this base rail is screwed very firmly onto it with many screws, and some more down there as well. These base rails are joined together, but they all had to be measured and many coats of preservative put on them, and then the polytunnel is assembled. There are P-clamps, which is that thing and that thing that has screwed it down to the base rails, which are concreted, well, attached to that concreted in post, and it goes nowhere. And then I'll show you how the plastic is attached on the outside. This is eventually going to have a 2-foot bed on that side, a 1.5-foot path up here, 2-foot bed in the middle, 1.5-foot path, 2-foot bed on that side, but I don't have enough compost. So we have this one. We have all my tomatoes that I have been growing in pots who've now moved inside and are very happy. And we have our yellow crookneck squash, which is an American sort of courgette summer squash that you don't get in this country unless you grow it yourself. And then at the back there on the trellis is a cucamelon, and it's growing up nicely. My tomatoes, I have little green balls on there, so I might actually get tomatoes. Hooray! I've never had tomatoes before, no matter how many times I've tried. So that's the inside of the polytunnel, and we'll come out here and I shall show you. That is how we have secured it. So you've got the rail with the P-clips that the is secured to that bottom piece of wood, and then we have another piece of wood that goes over the top that screws into that secures the polytunnel plastic. So, and it goes right down this edge, as you can see. So there's the polytunnel, and it goes right down the edge. So it has been an awful lot of work getting this thing in the ground. The polytunnel that I bought also has, sorry my squeaky feet, also has a door at the back, which I'm not planning on opening other than to unzip to let ventilation through. So, but I didn't want to totally screw it down because I was worried that there may be a day that I do need to unscrew it, or it would restrict the zipper. So what we've done is we've taken the securing hooks that we got with the polytunnel, we've put bricks on top of the plastic, and then we've used the securing hooks in the ground to hold the bricks so it cannot shift. So that is the polytunnel. I've also been very busy back here through the jungle in building my compost heap to create more compost for filling up the beds in future. And I have taken an old pallet and every bit of wood I could scrounge to sort of fill up the gaps and put that in there, put the thing in at the back, and put this one in here. Let's see if I even move that out the way. You can see it's filled right up to there. I need to make that higher or I can't put any more in. It's almost up to the top there. So the reason I did that was to make a gap between the fence and the compost heap so that it didn't stay wet on the fence and cause the fence to rot. So you can see it sits away from the fence and doesn't actually touch the fence. It just touches these scrounged boards that I got from the end of my road. Bits and pieces of wood that I just stuck together. And I had these two Daleks compost bins that were full, that were sort of sat in that area. That's all that's left of them because I have moved them all over to here. That was a heck of a slog of a day. So what else have I been doing? Come back out of the jungle and around to here. This is a raised bed that I had that is now over there waiting to be reconstructed. And I've been taking the earth out of the end of it, well, the compost, and moving it into that bed inside. I've got some cabbages and some leeks on the go there that all the sticks are in to stop the dogs from laying in them because it's hot, or the cat from doing business in them. And then the rhubarb. And then you can see this is the other end of where that bed was that I'm slowly chunking away, sieving and taking inside because it was filled up over the years with bags and bags of compost. So I'm not letting that go to waste. And then we'll build a box bed for this rhubarb and it will just stay in a box by itself. Let's see, that is the construction area where we've been working on all of the scavenged wood that we got from an old building site, and it's all had to have the nails and everything taken out of it, which has been quite a job. I have some gifted, ignore the bike, I have some gifted wrought iron, corrugated iron, that's the words, Laurie, from a friend that's a crofter, and I am turning this is going to be a circular raised bed that's going to be about 4 feet high. So it'll be a circle and it'll be an oval actually, and about 4 feet high, but I need to finish coming over here and screwing together all of the gaps. So I've had to cut that. I got to use an angle grinder for the first time. That was scary, but I did it. I got nice straight cuts, and so I will be putting all that together, and I'll put another video up and show you what it looks like when it's done, by using something called hugelkultur, which is a German word, and it basically, you fill up the bottom with kind of all that stuff that I've cut off of the willow trees over there into the bottom, and fill it up with lots and lots and lots of that, and then just put about 6 inches of compost on the top, and then that is what you grow on, and as it rots down it sort of feeds from the stuff underneath, and you just keep topping up the compost. So this is my old raised bed, and as you can see from over there, that was the bit that was on the ground and it wasn't doing terribly well, so it's been taken up, it's had some boards replaced. I've got some more scavenged boards that are actually going to go onto it to raise it up, because I'm going to have that one about 3.5 feet high as well, and then it'll get hugelkultured and filled up too. And the tayberries are, sorry, they're not tayberries, they are loganberries, because they have No, they are tayberries. The tayberries are the jaggy ones, and they have horrible, nasty, nasty spikes. Let's see, there you go. They have nasty, nasty spikes. You can see those. They will rip you to shreds, those things. But these berries are absolutely gorgeous. And then the jostaberry, which is that one. And then there's black currants in there as well. And then the golden raspberry has already had one crop on. It seems to be an ever-bearing, so actually there's a lovely ripe one just hiding under there. And there's another one there. I'm going to have those. I'm not leaving those for the birds. No way, no how. And it's actually it's called an ever cropping or everlasting raspberry. It's an all gold, but it's actually an autumn fruiting, and you can see there are quite a lot of ones coming there, so that's exciting. And I think that's it. I'll show you all of my pots that I've worked on. So I have drug all the pots out of the shed, and they're all getting washed one by one, so that I will have pots and things in the polytunnel. And more workspace of where we've been taking the pieces of wood, which come out looking like this when we get them. We take all the nails out, and then they get painted up with the fence stuff, which I've actually put a plastic membrane between the raised bed and the treated wood, so that there's nothing leaching into our food. And I've been taking all my old pots. There's a Sambucus nigra black lace there that was being taken over by some oxeye daisies, so they've been taken out. It's been repotted. The tatties are coming along very, very nicely. A rose that was dying, and a berberis, and that's it. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'll get a video to you this weekend, and thanks for hanging in there with me while I've been having my fun with my project. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and stay safe, and let me know how you get on with your Simplex.